Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, you're listening to the Samuel Brock Flynn Show on air. Hello, everybody. This is Samuel Brock Flynn. This is show host Samuel Brock Flynn. This is Chris Free, co-host as well, and Demarkes Dogan, which is an actor.
We'd like to welcome you out to the Samuel Brock Flynn Show. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have Demarkes Dogan with us tonight. Demarkes Dogan is an actor based out of Los Angeles. He's been out there for a few years now. Everything. He's originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Is that correct?
That's correct, my friend. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Demarkes have known each other for quite a few years, and is also one of my, worked with as his manager for quite a few years as well. Demarkes is a member of SAG-AFTRA. He has been for the last year. So he's finally got that thing. So how are you doing tonight, Demarkes?
I'm doing good, guys. What about yourself? Doing fine.
I'm doing great.
I'm doing very well. I'm doing great. Just I keep on it going with my show, pretty much.
Well, that's all you can do, Samuel. It sounds good. I love the intro. The intro gets you pumped up, gets you ready to go. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I actually professionally did that, actually. That was my voice in that. And I was working on that, and I was looking at some loops and stuff, and so that's got me interested in that because that made sense, at least. Well,
it sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Yep.
So while you were in college, you played football. And you had a full scholarship for 4 years while you were there. What college did you go to?
I attended Wingate University. It's a small Division II school in Monroe, North Carolina, about 30 minutes from Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes. Yeah.
So you played football, you broke all kinds of records. Can you explain about some of your records you broke there? Football?
other than breaking my ankle and my shoulder blade, yeah, I could talk about that a little bit. I went to college in 1998. I set out a goal to be the all-time leading tackler for Wingate University when I got recruited, and I was able to do so. I have a career total of like 335 career total tackles. And I've been out of college since 2003, and then that record has not been broken yet. So I feel pretty good about that. I feel real good about that. Something I got to hold my hat on.
What state was that in, actually, that you played football in, just to wonder?
North Carolina. North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I like North Carolina, all right. I'm more like an Alabama fan in a way, too. Tennessee as well.
Roll Tide roll. Roll Tide roll.
Yep.
And while you were there, you actually did a couple of shows. You did the local shows. Did the SmackDown and as well as a show called Street Fame that you hosted.
What
was that like there?
Well, SmackDown was something I did in college. I was a communications major, and it's very ironic how I got, how that all started. I actually went into the production room, and I sat on the stage, and Bret Hart, is a good friend of mine in college, was like, what do you do? I said, I'm a football player. My name is Demarkes Dogan. He says, what do you like? I said, I like wrestling. I said, hey, well, he said, why don't you guys just talk about it? I said, that's cool with me. And all of a sudden, this, it's funny how small things have big, so small things become big later on that you don't imagine. And just us sitting down and talking about wrestling became like a very popular TV show, not only on Wingate TV, but in the city of Monroe. People were able to watch it in Monroe and in Charlotte and in Statesville. It was amazing. It was a good time. And as far as the street fame, this is something that I did after BET. when I went back to Charlotte, I interviewed people on the streets and, did independent little short films here and there. So I was able to,
so you were on BET?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
2005, you actually auditioned and you became a finalist for 106 & Park's BET's New Faces Search, and you came very close to actually became one of the hosts, one of the regular hosts for 106 & Park. Now, what was that experience like? When you audition and you go from there?
Oh yeah, it was a life-changing experience because after that time, that really sparked and fueled me to become an actor and really want to pursue this full time. But the process was like this. I went out to Atlanta. I had to wait in line almost 3.5 hours. No, excuse me, I stand corrected, 5 hours before I even got into audition. When I auditioned, I got past the first round, got past the second round. I got to the third round. We had to read a monologue.
Do you ever get rejected a lot? Do you ever get rejected a lot in acting? Like, what I mean by that, well, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Like, you want to become a main character or something.
I mean, it's the process. It's the brutal process.
Yeah.
I mean, acting. I mean, you're gonna get more no's than yes. I mean, all it takes is that one yes for people to really recognize you, and that's all you need. But you're gonna have a lot more no's in this particular industry than you will get yeses. So you do get rejected a lot. It's just part of the process.
Now, you were actually one of the top 10. You were actually one of the top 10 for BET. Go ahead.
I'd like to ask you about the. Can we move on to without the BET area? I was gonna. I'd like to ask you about Sam and Cat series. For one, how did you like playing as a DJ on there? And did you like it being a DJ on there as acting like one? I mean. Did you like your role in there pretty much?
Oh, Demarkes, are you with us?
The sprint tires are crazy.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, Demarkes, something happened with a drop call of some sort, and so, all right. Can you tell us more about Sam and Cat? We did not catch that audio at all. We had a problem within our audio.
No worries.
Did you like Sam and Cat?
I enjoyed it immensely. I mean, working with Daniel Snyder, who is the writer, director, and producer of the project, and then also, working with Jenny and Ariana Grande and Jimmy McCartney. They're just Jimmy McCurdy. They're very talented individuals. They're professional, and I mean the show is a success because it caters to the young ladies and the young teeny boppers out there in the game. And I was just very fortunate to be a part of the show because it's relatively new and still very fresh. So I was very happy to be a part of it.
Is there a way that people could go to watch the scene if they want to, if they're a Nickelodeon fanatic or Sam and Cat fanatic? Is there a way?
Yeah, well, I have a website. My website is www.demarkesdogan.com, in which it has that particular scene that I was on the show with. Just go to my link, go to my website, click on the link, and you can see it.
And you also run
the
Fox TV show called The Mindy Project. Was actually aired on Fox. And you were actually playing the bouncer.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. I'm interested on Fox. I'd like to know just a little bit what shows you were credited on and what you were on there for and stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was on the Mindy Project. I mean, if you watch the Mindy Project on Fox, you'll see me in the opening credits as soon as it comes on. And I'm still not getting residual from that, Mindy, so you got to make sure that happens. But it was basically I just played a bouncer. Mindy Colleen, who was on The Office, who's a talented writer and comedian. She basically walks into the club. She's in awe, and she's holding up the line. So I just tap her on her shoulder and say, "Ma'am, you need to move." And that was basically it. And that was pretty much my line on Fox that time. But they treated me very well. I really enjoy Fox. It's a high quality production company, and they produce some great TV shows. And I can't wait to work with them again.
Yeah,
I like Fox as well. I like it a
lot.
It's much better than the other
actually, during the whole season there, you actually were on the opening credits there, so that your face was actually, got quite a bit of people saw your face during that season. So that was actually good.
I mean, it's on every opening credits. I mean, you see me every time the mini project comes on, even on the reruns. As soon as the show comes on, and it goes doom 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 doom, you'll see my face talking to Minnie. I'm right behind her, so you can't miss it.
Now, are they playing the same opening credits? Are they playing the opening sequence this season, or they actually changed it? Do you know? Or?
The same ones. I mean, this is the second season that it's been up, and it's still playing the same opening credits.
So the same opening thing. So you're still playing the second season, your face.
Yeah.
And you also did quite a few independent films. One of them was actually.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Did a movie called Opus, and that one was actually, you actually did, that was all improv. Am I correct?
Yes, it was all improvisation.
And what was it like? Actually, you were one of the main guys in the movie, and how was it like actually doing an improv movie?
I enjoyed it. I love it. I mean, it's one of the few times as an actor you can be free. You don't have to, read someone else's words. You can just have a thought and make it come to life. I mean, Vince Vaughn is probably one of the greatest improvisational actors I've ever seen in my entire life, and I hope one day I could work with him because he can take the thought and the idea of the script and keep it in the concept, but then make it his own. And with Opus, that was the very first, it was my second indie film I ever did. But I just felt so free to do it because I was able to make it my own. And it was just a joy to work with the cast, work with Michael Levin, a talented director, producer, and editor. And I look forward to seeing him do big things in the next couple of years. So it was fun. It was really, really fun.
And
tell us a little bit about Operation Repo.
Operation Repo, True TV. I played this voodoo witch doctor called Dr. Marengo. They're trying to repossess my automobile, and I come out with a machete, and I put a voodoo spell on them, and it was
okay.
It was. I had some dreadlocks and war paint, and it was fun. It was really fun. It made me laugh right now just thinking about it.
Yeah. And then you also did a thing called Outlaw Empires, where you actually was a reenactment show that was on the Discovery Channel.
Mm-hmm.
And now the character you played was a based actual reenactment from a real life happening. The guy was actually that you were playing portrayed it was actually in this documentary as well. Can you explain us a little about that, Outlaw Empires?
Yeah, it was Kurt Sutter, who's the producer of Sons of Anarchy. He did this show where he's reenacting certain gangs and certain, criminal events that happened at certain point in times, within the last 20 to 30 years. And this particular show was predicated off of the riots, in California in 1992, after the Rodney King incident. And Krayshawn Scott, the person that I portrayed, was one of the leaders of a notorious gang, the Crips, which is a gang out here in California. And he's just basically, I basically reenacted that day when the cops wasn't convicted of the beating of Rodney King, and we just went through the course of what happened with that. So it was just, it was fun. I mean, like I said before, to be able to reenact such a historical event. I mean, as tragic as it was, it's historical. It's part of history. So it was fun.
That sounds a lot interesting, reenacting a historical event that took place. I think that's interesting too, because it's like going back in time and watching that actually happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. We had to wear different clothes. We had to wear clothes that were based in the early '90s. The music that we were listening to within the scene of the film. Our dialogue was different. You know, we had to really, go back to the early '90s, and so it was. I look forward to doing more reenactments and really doing a lot more character acting because I really enjoy it. I get to lose myself in the character.
And of all the films you worked on so far, which one is actually probably your most favorite, either film or television, your most memorable, or the one you actually enjoyed working on the most?
I haven't done it yet. But if I enjoy all of them, because everything that I do, whether it's big or small, whether it's a one line or weeks or months full of dialogue, it's a part of me. It's me, and in my short time of acting, everything is so important to you. Everything is important to you because you put 100% of yourself into everything. So for me, there's not one thing that I could say that I've enjoyed doing more than the other, because every project leads to something different, and you take a piece of that project with you wherever you go. But I look forward, as far as, sinking my teeth into some real deep things like, how Daniel Day-Lewis did Lincoln, I look forward to those challenges because those are the things that really make a great actor. So I haven't done it yet. I'll let you guys know when I will.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you actually done a lot of the films you've been in, been in a lot of film festivals, and been on television throughout in the U.S. and around the world.
Just one question: do you have a ESPN profile when you played at football?
No, I didn't. Just college. If you go to Wingate University, and you just that's the college I played at, and you want to look at historical the historical records of Wingate as far as football, you'll see my name there. But as far as ESPN, I didn't make it that far, Samuel. I wish I could have went to the NFL and played a few years, but my path is something different. So I'm gonna stick to acting. It's a lot less stress on the body.
If anybody's listening on us tonight and you would like to join in, if you have any questions for any of us, or you'd like to ask Demarkes Dogan any questions, if you're listening to us live, please give us a call at 619-393-6781. Once again, at 619-393-6781. You can call in live, and you can actually join in with us on the show, and you talk to one of us and ask Demarkes Dogan, our special guest tonight, any questions you may have. Now, you've been SAG for about a year now, so now, what was the experience actually doing your first SAG project? Now,
I'd like to know about that.
Go from being Taft-Hartley to actually, what was your first film or project that ever got you Taft-Hartley, and how that worked out?
Oh, it was how did I get Taft-Hartley was I did this web series called My Roommate The, and they gave us the 3 vouchers for anyone that has aspirations to come into Hollywood. It doesn't happen overnight. There's processes that you have to go through. You have to first do non-union work, which non-union basically says you're not going to get paid for anything you do. And then once you do that, you get some things on your resume and your acting reel. Then you have to get vouchers. Now, these 3 vouchers for me came on My Roommate The, which made me Taft-Hartley. Once you do that, you're allowed to do 2 to maybe 3 SAG projects before you officially have to join SAG. And
actually,
after I did,
I actually correct that for anybody that's listening. You know, Demarkes actually had a speaking role in this film switch. By having a speaking role in this the project, he actually got a letter saying that he was eligible to join. But once you go Taft-Hartley, you actually have to join your next official SAG project.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know that last year or so, SAG, Screen Actors Guild, and AFTRA actually have merged together. So the last couple of years, so they are actually one union now. So
yeah,
a lot of them basically were members of AFTRA, and they weren't members of SAG. That just kind of merged right in and became SAG. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they did it the easy way. I had to do it the hard way. I had to save my pennies and my nickels. So it
wasn't cheap either. It was, a lot of them basically doesn't know it. It's over $3,000 actually to join the union. So it's not a cheap.
It sounds like you have to pay a pretty penny to do that.
Absolutely.
Join up.
Absolutely. But anything
it takes money. It takes money to make money, pretty much, is what the thing is.
Absolutely. Anything in this world that you want and that's worth having, you gotta put effort into it. And sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do to get it done. And I had to save a lot of dinero to get it done. But I mean, the benefits of becoming SAG are way extremely better than being non-union. I'll tell you that much. So,
actually, if you want to know, I actually do want to let you know on this. I was actually on TV for a while. I guess you'd say between 2012 and 2013.
Okay. All right.
So I was actually on TV for 2 years.
Samuel.
Yeah, and I was actually on TV for 2 years, but they disconnected me for some reason on to the thing. And I guess I had to move on or something, and they told me they couldn't do it anymore. So with me, I was on commercials every day. And I was scheduled every day to be on TV. Basically, I was scheduled on different TV shows that they had, and different shows they broadcasted and things on their network. And it was interesting, but, they're called it's called YouTube TV, American Life Network or something, ALN, and the Good Life Network or whatever. And so, if you've ever heard of those places, I am on those networks. It's youtube.com/B Flynn is my stage name.
And once again, too, Demarkes, if somebody wants to follow you, they can actually look up you up on Facebook, or they can also check out your,
Twitter.
Just do a search for on IMDb or IMDb Pro.
Yeah.
As well as check out your
Pro,
website. Tell the world what your website is again.
It's www.demarkesdogan.com, just one word, demarkesdogan.com. You can check it out. It shows all my updates, what I got going on, who I'm working with, all my acting reels, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a one-stop shop to see everything. So it's a good thing.
You do a very good job in acting, I tell you that. I've
seen
some of your reels already.
And you also,
I appreciate it.
in the last couple of years, you also did a movie with one of the girls from on HBO on The Sopranos. Now, who did you work with on The Sopranos?
Oh, it was Jamie.
I'd like to know about that. I like that show.
Yeah, it was Jamie Lynn Sigler. She played Tony Soprano, and rest in peace, James. Rest in peace, Tony Soprano. But Jamie Lynn Sigler played his daughter in The Sopranos, which is arguably one of the greatest TV shows in American history. And I was able to work with her on this project I did called I Do, that was written and directed by Glenn Gaylord, and it was written by David Ross. two very talented producers and actors, and directed by Stephen Israel. So it was a good project. It focused on same-sex marriage, and I was just happy to be a part of it. And I played an ICE agent where we had to come in and do immigration search and make sure that their papers were legal to do so. And I had the scene with Jamie Lynn, and she was a tremendous person to work with. Just a joy.
Yeah, and the main character of that thing, what's his name? Tony Soprano. Who played Tony Soprano?
That was James. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't want to mess up his last name. He just passed away about a year and a half ago. It's James. You know what? America, I'm sorry. I don't want to mispronounce the man's name on the radio. Don't be mad at me, please. Don't judge me because I won't judge you back. But everyone who knows Tony Soprano, you know exactly who I'm talking about, and he's just a talented actor.
Oh,
going
his
too
name
soon.
is James Gandolfini. James Gandolfini.
Yeah, I mean, you see how hard that last name is to pronounce? I know he's mad right now. He's looking down to heaven like, what the hell are you guys doing to my last name? We're sorry, James. We're sorry.
James
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, James Gandolfini.
Yeah, James Gandolfini.
Yeah, it's pronounced Gandolfini.
I would have called him James Gandalf. I don't know
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, he plays a good role too in that in there, and yeah, I never did watch it much, but I just thought it's okay show. I just thought it was. I look at it as comical wise, and I look at it too as funny in another way because I like comedy too.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, that was a more of a drama-based TV show. It focused on the mob. I mean, it was a TV show that combined both comedy and drama together. It had comical moments, but it was a very...
Well, it kind of shows you not to mess with the mob or the mafia, really. That's all it tells you is not to be messing with them because you're kind of in trouble once you mess with them. You know, because you know...
Be careful.
Yeah. Especially. I'm just going to say, when you're messing with them, you're kind of in a, you know, in between a hard place, pretty much, when you're, you know, rocking a hard place to get out of a situation. Because
you just gotta.
Even though if the police is still around, they manage somehow to get to that person that they're after, in a way, but secretly. As long as they're not messing with us and this radio broadcast, I really don't. They can do whatever they want to do. Just don't mess with the good people. Yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah, definitely. And so, for those who are actually out there that are fledgling actors or just thinking about actually becoming an actor out there in L.A., you want to give the world out there a little bit of insight about breaking in the industry out there? Or what a little bit of a take?
Yeah, I'll say this to anyone that's listening. Grab a chair and have a seat because it's going to be a long wait. And be ready when your number's called. That's all I can tell you. That's it.
Wait for a cast call.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Hollywood is it's tough. It's very tough, and you have to have patience. And a lot of people who do not have patience, even including myself, I wasn't born with it. I hate the word. I hate any word that starts with P, especially patience. But at the end of the day, Hollywood will teach you to have patience. Yeah. And when it's ready for you, they will come get you. So you just have to harness your craft, have you a job, make sure you have a source of income, because if you don't, you will be going back where you came from, and be ready when your number's called. And good luck. and good luck.
And everybody, we're actually ending our time right now, so thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, Samuel Brock Flynn Show will be ending soon.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining the Samuel Brock Flynn Show. This is Chris Free and my co-host.
Thank you for listening.
Co-host Samuel Brock Flynn. And our special guest tonight is Demarkes Dogan out of Los Angeles. Good night, everyone.
Demarkes, are you still there?
Yeah, guys. Everyone that's listening, keep it nutritious and bubblicious, baby. Do what you got to do. Make it happen, Captain, and keep supporting Demarkes Dogan. And thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in my own individual way. So the next time we meet, the next time we speak, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Take care, everybody.